Ladies and gentlemen, or, well, are there any ladies in the Marble Blast community? In any case,
The Ladies of Marble Blast seasonal calendar.
gentlemen and possibly ladies, and possibly gentlemen who have ladies marked on their profile, looking at you, Zelna, welcome to Feature Friday, which is just a name, number 17. And I actually have something cool to show you guys. Before we have to get this to degrade into weird random questions. So, we're going to go to level 1-1. And
Set! Go!
is that a collectible I see?
Is that a battery?
That is a power pack. So,
Like the MBPU thing?
holy crap! I didn't actually notice that I used the same name for that until just now. No, these...
It's like a neon Lego.
It is a lot like a neon Lego. There's a reason for that look, which I will get to in a moment. But yes, this is a power pack. It doesn't really do anything yet. That will be part of next week's job. But you can pick it up, which is great, because with Bullet, I had to program that. Yes, thank you, AMD, it's clipping through the floor. Because obviously there's not going to be one like right in front of the start pad when you first start the game. Because why would I reward you for starting the game? Do I really think it's that bad?
There's a lot of Xbox achievements for just pushing start, so.
I guess, but nah. Alright, so let's pick this thing up. And particle effects. Oh, sorry, it's an ion pack. That's right, I changed it to sound less generic.
Good job.
So,
I did my slow
Just
clap
now?
recently.
they're also not supposed to respawn. A lot of AAA games. Well, this is in fact a AAA ion pack. No, I'm kidding. That it looks like a 9-volt, if anything. But yeah, particle effects, guys. I'd ideally like to make this look a little bit better, but I basically have realized that I want to do something with it that's not possible in the current physics engine, or the current particle physics engine. Apparently, Jeff and High Guy are working on that as part of the shader engine, so hopefully, if that becomes a thing, that'll work. Oh. You can still pick this thing up after it's despawned. Yeah, that needs to be fixed. Isn't it great how you always catch bugs during, like, a stream?
I always catch bugs with a net, and then PQ crashes.
Also note that we do have other custom pickup code. If you look in the console, it's spamming #1 with a bullet every time I pick it up. Given that these were originally called power packs, if you are enough of a rock fan, you may get the pun I'm making there. And in the meantime, I've apparently introduced a glitch where this switch doesn't work. It's this specific switch too, so I don't know what's up with it. But that's also on the agenda for next week.
Still not as buggy as 1.60.
Oh! Shots fired!
Ring.
I'm pretty sure that everyone on the
So-
platform team will agree that 1.60 is buggier than this.
So you'll notice that this ion pack looks like it's 5 things in one. And that is for a reason. Namely, when I was thinking about the design of these things, I thought, okay, on the one hand, on the one hand, I want these to be somewhat like common things that you can find just by like looking around levels. You know, like I want to put things in like areas that you just collect because you should be exploring and collecting things. But on the other hand, I want to give these out after you complete like specific challenges, so that you have to like actually do the challenge properly. You get what I'm saying, right? Now, here's the key. So what I decided to do is split it up and have and have ridiculous
And have
coughing
cough.
fits. No, so have ion packs that are sort of major rewards, and then ion cells as minor rewards. An ion cell is one of the 5 things that's making up this ion pack. So you can find individual ion cells, and once you have 5 of those, that completes the ion pack. These will be used as basically the plot coupons of the game. What exactly will they be used for? My current thought is by collecting them, you get more power in the system, which can be used to activate like platforms and such that require a certain number of volts or what have you. AMD, you're asking if the whole game's going to be this dark because you can barely see. If you haven't seen this level before in the stream, this is the lights level in which it focuses on turning on the lights. If I say go to another level... Oh, frack, I just screwed that up. Yeah, we're probably going to spawn somewhere strange because there isn't a second start pad in the second level, so that's going to be fun. Assuming the game hasn't just frozen, which I'm not sure because it takes a while to load.
Ready, set.
Oh no, I guess we just spawn at the origin, which happens to be where the start pad is anyway. So, most levels are going to be something like this bright. That is to say, it's still sort of dark in general, but with all the lights on the floor, you can see where you're going. Actually, I don't have shaders on. With shaders on, you've got this cool bloom effect as well. So it's, you know, glowing. Ooh. So yeah, so this is the sort of general graphical style of the whole game. It's just for that first level, things are a little bit dark because the point of that level is make the things not be dark. Because dark stuff is too edgy.
Ow, the edge.
I'm on the edge of glory. Okay. Yeah. No. Yes, AMD, I am aware that this looks a heck of a lot like Tron Legacy. That was somewhat intentional. No, that's a lie. That was completely intentional.
Tronal Blast.
So yes, let's see what else has been going on. So ion packs and ion cells. And the ion packs will power things. I'm not quite sure whether I'm going to make them part of unlocking levels yet. I'm thinking yes, because otherwise there won't be much of a point in collecting them, apart from 100%ing the game and making things a little bit more convenient. But in general, they're not going to be, like, you won't have to collect all of them mandatorily. Think something somewhat similar to, say, the orbs in Spyro 2. You can actually complete most of Spyro 2 without collecting, like, almost any of the orbs. It's just you need them to unlock the final boss fight, and you kind of need them to unlock some of the other levels along the way. But in theory, like, you know, you can just play through the normal levels, and those just give you talismans, and that's what you need to advance. So something rather similar to that, I suppose, because of course it's going to be similar in gameplay to Spyro, because I'm a freaking Spyro addict. Not an addict, like, I don't, like, habitually play Spyro these days, but I am, like, the hugest Spyro fan.
Hugest.
Well, I am 6'6", so, you know, I guess in some sense. I'm probably not the heaviest Spyro fan. I bet there's some other fat Spyro fan out there.
Okay.
To clarify, fat in that sentence modified fan.
PHAT, yo.
So, at this point, I'll be accepting questions, because ion packs were basically the thing to show off this week. And I really like their design as it stands. What I really like about it is how they're white, because they're like the only thing in the game that's currently white, and the sense, you know, white is associated with being like really good and powerful, which is exactly what I want ion packs to represent in a sense. So, Does anybody have any questions? I see I have a Skype message. What I really like about them is that they're white. Yeah, that did sound a little bit racist, but you understand what I mean. It's like a color theory type thing. That's the term, right? Color theory?
I think so.
Have I ever tried making anything non-Marble Blast related in Blender, like an animation? Yes, actually, I have made non-Marble Blast related stuff in Blender. Hold on one moment. Let me see if I can pull something up.
I know one thing that you made, but I don't think it was an animation.
Yeah, no, that wasn't. Let's see. Models, Blender. Oops. You know, I don't think I have anything. So, there's a lot of stuff that I don't have in my Blender folder anymore because it was like on a previous computer or some such. But one example is if you take a look at my Whirligig logo that I use as my avatar in various places, that was made using Blender. I've made other stuff using Blender too, like I've made like still shots and such. Actually, here's one thing I should be able to pull up if I can find it. It'd be under iTunes album artwork. Here we go. Oh gosh, no, this is weird. Let's see. Dang it, how can I see just the album artwork for a song?
Just start the song and then pause it right away?
Well, but no, I mean like, hold on. If I open up like, Well, here's the Whirligig that I made in Blender. Let's see. Games. Because I know that like in Stoichios. Oh no, I don't have Stoichios in Creations games. I have Stoichios in installed games. So so like if I open up this is a board game I made called Stoichios. Actually, let me just open up the GMK file so that I can show you the backgrounds without having to launch the game. So like. This I made in Blender. This is sort of the background for Stoichios. So, yeah. So I made that in Blender. Let's see. None of quintuplication stuff was made in Blender, actually, but So yeah, so I have made other stuff in Blender. I think I've tried making animations, but they haven't worked out very well because the problem with an animation, so if you make something in Blender and you want to render it at like a decent quality, it typically takes maybe like 30 seconds. Now, here's the problem with this. If it takes 30 seconds to render a frame of an animation, and you want to make an animation that's, say, 10 seconds long, a 10-second animation is going to be like 200 frames, meaning the whole thing is going to take hours. Hours to render something that lasts for 10 seconds. And the problem is there's just not enough of a good return on that because plus then you watch the animation and you think, hey, this doesn't look quite like how I wanted, and you want to change one little thing and spend another 2 hours rendering it again. So that's personally why I don't really like to do animations as much, but you know, like models and pictures of models, I'll do that stuff on occasion.
You should recreate your profile picture in Blender.
My profile picture, as in...
Your whirligig thing.
Well, it was originally created in Blender.
Do you still have the file for it?
I probably have it somewhere on, like, another computer or one of my few, like, flash drives. But, I don't know. Fun fact, that model was originally made for a Marble Blast clone. It's just that project never got completed. And yes, Weather Wonders, I understand you could render a few frames first. Yes. At the same time, if I have a complaint with the animation, it might be with, like, not just how things look, you know, texture-wise or rendering-wise, but how it interacts with the motion of it. And in that case, you know, how else would you be able to tell? Like, it might be that it looks alright just viewing it in, like, the actual animation editor, but when you combine it with,
Go!
that random sound effects disappearing glitch is weird. When you combine it with, like, actually, when you combine it with, me remembering the combinations without having to look up at the shapes. Anyway, when you combine it with, you know, when you combine it with the actual render, it might look really Uncanny Valley-ish. So, you know, how do you prevent that? I feel like at this point I'm mostly making excuses, though. I probably should do some animation at some point. That might be nice. I guess the problem is, I'm not really that good at animation. Like, modeling I'm great at, texturing I'm decent at, but actually animating things without making them look really weird and unnatural, no, I can't really do that well at all. Which, of course, means I don't have much of an excuse not to practice, but hey. I don't know, maybe at some point I'll do something just for the fun of it, when I'm not also working on a mod and tons of classes and, well, I don't know. So that's one question answered.
Ready! Set!
Only one?
Go!
I know, right? Any other questions? PQ where? 3-folder, you would know that better than I would.
I do.
In any case, 3-folder, PQ where?
On my hard drive.
Hey everybody, if you want PQ, hack 3-folder's hard drive. Lesson learned.
Hello,
Hello?
I heard somebody say lesson learned. It sounded almost like hi guy, and I just checked and he's not here.
That was me.
It was the ghost of High Guy.
AMD
He
would
died.
like to... AMD would like to request that Jeff unmute him on web chat.
Ready! Set! Go!
Any other questions for the Quaternion Master? Wow, Muddy. Nice picture.
Yep.
Muddy just posted the following picture in the Twitch
Great.
chat.
You really don't need to show that, but
Yeah, I mean they can. It's in the chat. They can see themselves.
Well, yes, but it won't be in the chat when it's on YouTube.
Set. Go.
AMD asks, does Quaternion use Quaternions? The answer is actually, to some extent, I believe, yes. Give me one moment here. Give me a moment while Visual Studio freaks out. Dang it, Visual Studio. Get your crap together. Okay. Look! It's a Quaternion! Hey! Yes, in fact, some of the code in Quaternion, in fact, uses Quaternions. Actually, this code isn't currently in use, but this code is, and this code uses Quaternions, and this code uses Quaternions.
Quick, someone
And
steal!
this
Quick,
code
someone
uses
steal the
Quaternions.
Quaternion source code.
Give Matt P a couple minutes, and no, I'm kidding. Does PQ use PQs? Again, Threefolder, you would know better than I would.
Why? Do you, like Derp King said, why do you think it crashes so much?
I mean, if crashing is called PQing, like, oh, it just PQ'd.
Ready.
I mean, come on, guys. Why would you name a project after a word for to crash? Like, seriously.
Pretty sure the term was coined after PQ was started.
Dang it, Threefolder. Why do you have to spoil my fun?
Because I'm a fun spoiler. We don't like
Hey,
fun over here.
spoiler alert.
Ready. Set.
Why is 4 your
Go!
movement key?
So,
Because he's pretty crazy.
I am actually not entirely a sane individual. I've come to accept this about myself.
Really?
I've come to embrace this. Yes, I do have some really weird, quirky things about me. Yeah, quirky. Let's use that word. Let's see. So why I use the 4 key? This is actually an interesting story. I will illustrate this story in Paint. So most people, of course.
It's not a Quaternion stream without Microsoft Paint.
So most people use WASD and then spacebar and the mouse, right? Now, back in the day, I had this cool idea where instead of WASD and the spacebar, what I used is I used the numeric keypad. And the way this worked is, so here's your numeric keypad, right? You've got, Weather Wonders is wondering, by the way, whether an ion pack does anything if you pick it up. Currently, it displays a message and has some particle effects. What I eventually planned for it to do is it counts as a collectible, and they sort of unlock things in a sense. Anyway, so the way this worked is I had 8 as move forward and 2 as move backward, and then I had 4 and 6 as turn the camera left and right. And then 1 and 3 for strafing. Then 5 was jump. 7 and 9 were turn the camera, up and down. And then 0 was power up, and decimal key was Freelook. But then, for a long time, I was using a laptop, and a laptop does not have a numeric keypad. So what's a marbler to do? Well, basically, I did the same thing, the same general setup, but on a different part of the keyboard, where I had the following. Okay, Derp King, I'm sure your laptop has a numeric keypad because you're swag. But anyway, so
Mine
here's...
does too.
So anyway, so here's, here's the same layout again, but, obviously it's a little bit staggered because keys work that way. And then here's Freelook, and here's Power Up. So Power Up is space. Then this is V. That's F.
a good game.
V is a good game. If you ever play V, make sure to play the level Variety Show in the player-made levels. It was made by this cool guy I know named Whirligig. You should check out his stuff. And yes, I did just say that. Yes, I do have a level in V in the most recent version, which I find to be
Can
incredibly...
confirm. Also, by most recent version, you mean like 2011.
Okay, yeah, but anyway, so then this is where it turns out on the keyboard, and so 4 is up, and then we have S, D, and F for left, down, and right. Now, in practice, I don't really use these keys that much because mouse for the camera, and I have Freelook always enabled. So this is the really, really weird, messed up keyboard layout that I'm currently using to play Marble Blast and Quaternion.
Nice.
And fail at it, apparently.
Ready.
So yes,
Go.
that's the story behind my weird keyboard layout. I apologize if I'm coughing a lot. I've had a cough lately, and on top of that, I was at a, I did a 24-hour play festival this weekend, so I had to, rehearse all day on Saturday, which involved a lot of talking, and I have a monologue in the other play I'm in that involves a lot of shouting, so my voice isn't the best right now. Any other questions?
That's probably a no.
So, if there are no other questions... Oh, look! A spammer! Anyway, if there are no other questions... Hold on, I'm getting a Skype message. If there are no other questions...
Can confirm that wasn't a spammer, but it has nothing to do with Quaternion.
Wait, who is that?
No?
I don't recognize that person at all. Anyway, well, okay. So if there are no other questions, we're going to end this stream here.
Go.
Also, I just got a crap ton of dropped frames. So it's probably a good idea to end this stream here. Thank you all for tuning in. And I will see you next Feature Friday, which is probably not going to be on Friday by any meaningful... Actually, it might be on Friday this week, because I'm going home on break this week. But no promises. So, in any case, see you guys later. Say goodbye, Muddy.
Yeah, bye.
Say goodbye, Three Folder.
No.
Bye!